Hey, we're going to be watching a game that I did versus Rogue in the arena. This is one of my better combo plays. Uh, you would have expected that my deck would be kind of bad. I failed to get beasts during the draft, and so I ended up with a lot of weird cards instead. A lot of efficient cards though, and I'm going to show you how I leverage that. So here we are at 2. We just traded abilities, and he's got an Imp Master. And I'm looking at my hand. I'm thinking, alright, I don't really want to play the Mad Bomber at this point because I'm not really going to kill anything. And I don't want to play the Knife Juggler unless I'm going to get value out of him by triggering him. But, alright, so I played the Night Bomber anyway, so that I would reduce the number of imps that would get on the board and keep his Imp Master small. Alright, so I did the Flare because the Rogue's not really big on secrets, A, and B, because I had that extra crystal and I wanted to make sure that I cantripped out and had the most number of options for my next turn. So even though she went first, she's got a pretty big grip, so this leaves me thinking that she's probably going to try and combo out, or that she has a lot of removal. One of those possibilities. As it is, we can be pretty sure that she's got some bigger stuff in her hand to put down. Alright. So Mad Bomber's dead, and she's got a 4-bomb. Ogre Mage is super good in Arena. Just in general because you draft removal so heavily. I think just regardless of class, it's just a very ready pick, actually. Not so much with Kobold, though, because he's not really big enough to tank things. So there we go, we got the Snake Trap, and we've got the Knife Juggler out simultaneously. And this way, if he goes to attack the Knife Juggler, we're going to come out with the snakes. Yeah, and we get a lot of value. We end up getting a huge value out of this Knife Juggler. So yeah, he's just sitting there like, what just happened to me? And you'll see he kind of mulls it over for quite a while. So I get the lead, the tempo lead basically from this incident, which allows me to, yeah, well, it's too bad. He only, 2 for 1'd him. I guess 3 for 1'd because, alright, so, staring at this stuff, and I think I'm going to just multi-shot him so that I can continue racing. It's going to cost me my tempo. I'm not going to be able to play any cards. But it's okay because I'm ahead in life total. And especially against Rogue, since she's racing, if she's losing the race, that's going to really cause her problems. Especially since I have board state. I have positive board state with these minions, whereas she does not even have her weapon equipped. So if she was to equip a weapon and try and deal with my minions, it would cost her more health. If she plays minions, they're going to have to basically sit there by themselves. Alright. So yeah, I happen to have this really nice removal heavy deck. Despite the lack of beasts, it's pretty baller, especially when I get ahead in tempo, because now I'm just going to wipe those 2 minions that she played, and I'm going to continue beating her with my little weenies. And you'll notice that I generally look at this game in terms of Magic the Gathering terminology, and you'll see me use a lot of slang or jargon from MTG, and I don't think that's a miss, because these games are very similar. This is kind of more tuned towards playing online, playing casually for 20 minutes or so, which is why I think I'm going to be able to give you guys some tips and maybe allow you to have fun with the game even when you can't sit down for a game proper. Not doing any editing on this first upload to kind of bring down the time. So here's what I was saying about how she's costing herself life. She's costing herself attacks with that weapon that she put up. And I'm still basically ahead. So she had to play that 4/4 with the giant growth attached without really being able to do anything. Alright, so I'm looking at this. I got a little bit of damage in the clutch. And then I've also got, yeah, so I decided to kind of yield tempo and continue to attack. So I play a taunt. And generally I think playing a taunt that's got low power is basically a way of kind of passing tempo, making the opponent come to you, and forcing him to unload some of his removal or responses that he's got in his hand. And that's why I keep back taunts, is because they are a way to pull out responses. And so unless you are losing the race or really badly, it's better to keep the taunt as a way to keep your removal in your hand. See, watch this.
User joined your channel.
He's looking at this board state. A fan of knives would wreck me a little bit here. Of course, he does 3 more damage to himself. Yeah, and he basically wipes himself again. At this point, it's kind of closed up, but especially at the beginning there with that hand, the knife juggler snake charm play is what kind of helped us out. So he built up a pretty big board here, and we could be in trouble. I can't really deal with it directly to remove it, but his life total now is low enough that we can just go in for the final kill, which is what we're going to do. And this is important. This is an important skill to develop, is do the math on if you can kill him this turn. Because Hearthstone is much more of a game where you can just kind of one-shot him to the dome this turn rather than deal with a problem. And so that's what we did. Other people might deal with the minions and fail to see that. And so that's what this lesson is about. Anyway, hope you watched this video. Hope you liked this video. If you'd like to see a different class or things like that, go ahead and give some comments. Let me know how your Hearthstone skills are developing. Catch you later.